Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Over here I post anonymous stories online. So if you like listening to anonymous stories, please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe for more. I want to share my story here. Let me know your thoughts. I was dating this guy for about 3 months now and we've been okay in the relationship. So one day we went out to eat and I met one of my old friends who is a female. I introduced her to my man and we told him she was one of my good friends way back SHS, and they exchanged greetings. So I took my friend's number. So we just about old times. When we got home from the outing, I called her and we talked for long. So my man was like, since she's my friend, let's invite her over one day. To be frank, I didn't expect that from him, but I just nodded. Mind you, this friend of mine is an HIV patient, and her mom and I are the only ones who know about this, so I didn't think much of it. One Saturday, I invited her over and we talked to the extent of cooking. So not knowing she had exchanged her contact with my guy when I was freshening up from cooking. I didn't say anything, neither did I ask any of them. So we left to escort her and my boyfriend was still acting normal. So I just laughed it off because I already saw the signs but kept mute. After escorting her off, I also picked a cab and went home. To cut this short, all this while they have been communicating behind my back and stuffs, but not sexy. Yet, the most annoying part is pretending as if they don't have anything or haven't been communicating. So one day I intentionally asked my boo if he's heard of my friend. And he was like, oh nah, it's even been a while, but me, I've already seen their movements long time. So for that period of time, my boyfriend wasn't bothered of sex, not touching me. I didn't complain or say anything, but was rather demanding stuff like wig money and gifts because I knew at this point my friend was having something to do with him. My friends would call from time to time to check up on me, so I played along. Read carefully. I never had any sexual intimacy with him from when I suspected he was having eyes for my friend. Where my boyfriend had rented to, I was free with almost everyone around, including the landlord, so I had his contact too. I was there one afternoon when he called to tell me Kwesi had brought the lady he saw the last time with me to the house there, so I wasn't alarmed because I knew this was what he wanted all this while. Meanwhile, he had called me that same morning that he was out of town and sent me 200 cities to get some goodies for myself. So when the landlord called, I knew we don't cuss. Oh, I pulled out a long time ago and was just playing along and having fun watching them fool along. That day, I was sad because I knew that was my boyfriend's end because if he had intimacy with her, he as good as dead. And the friend I'm talking about, if someone tells you she has it, you will not believe because she's healthy and she has it for 5 years with meds. And like seriously, to this stage, he was pretending with me and flirting with her, took her contact and was lying when he shouldn't. It was his last that ended him that way because I was faithful and he didn't because he saw big boobs and ass, so he went for it and kept pretending with her. So I explained everything to the landlord, including the sickness, and he was like, it's his fate because what else did he want again that he wasn't getting? So let's leave the ball rolling and that I should come and pretend as if I caught them. So I dressed up and left for his place. They had locked the main door, but there was a passway at the back, then to the kitchen in order to get to the bathroom, and I took that route. Lo and behold, they were doing the do and were sweating heavily, so I just coughed and told my boyfriend that when they are done, he should go to the hospital for a checkup. Then I left. I was sad, but the deed had already been done, so I went home and put my phone on silence, then slept off. When I had awakened, my boyfriend has called several times to apologize and sent an SMS that when I left, my friend told him what he needed to know. So in summary, he's now an HIV patient but is on drugs, and as for my friend, she's nowhere to be found. Kwesi now regrets everything he did by not being loyal, and this is something everyone must learn from. Thanks. Before you ask, yes, he's in Accra, and I recently heard my friend is a hookup by profession. So a word to the wise is enough. If you are in a relationship, stay by it and help build it rather than cheating. Guys, please help with advice. I was introduced to a guy in October 2023. Fast forward, we started dating October 28th. I thought he was what I was searching for. He seemed like a prayerful Christian guy. He's very handsome in my eyes, dark-skinned, as well. In December, I lied about being pregnant and told him about it. He called me evil, said I was sent by his enemies to ruin his life. Days later, he came to my house and apologized, gave me reasons to terminate the fake pregnancy I told him about because I wasn't really pregnant. I forgave his words and we proceeded with the relationship. On 1st January, I gave him $100 and said I wanted money to come into his life as we enter into 2024. Please take note that prior to that, he was indirectly and directly asking me for money to cater for a thing or two. Where in January, I invited him and saw a message of him asking other girls for money. Those messages dated back September, and I felt maybe it's what he does. Maybe not that he really needed help and asked those ladies. In February, I had an issue with my rent and he helped me out by making me live with him. I got a job offer. I earn in dollars now, but I'm providing for most things in the house. He asked for 2,000 Ghana cedis to sort things out. Then following week, 1.5 or 1k, but I'm gladly giving because I am in love and it feels so good to actually help. Between February and early May, I spent more than $2,500 in the house from food, bills, and sending to his people. Please note, I don't have an issue with helping financially. I enjoy it because it felt good about helping. Now, in between that, he cheated with more ladies than I can count. The boys that help in the house would tell me he brought in ladies while I was out. I caught him with an 18-year-old and I couldn't help but ask myself if I looked that ugly. To be cheated on with a young girl like that, he apologized, got his people involved to apologize for him, and I let it slide. But I kept losing myself and confidence. The last one, I refused to forgive him. He got aggressive with me and later said he got aggressive because I wouldn't forgive him for cheating and wanted to leave him. Anyways, I later let it slide. I've been slow productively and my 6 months contract is ending with no renewal in July. So I started saving more than I spent, and that's how I got verbally abused on 5th May. Anyways, that day I left the house to a friend. He didn't contact nor send a message, but on Mother's Day, he posted a lady claiming to be his woman. I didn't reply to that post he made. His status was more or less to hurt. I cried but didn't show anything of sorts on my WhatsApp. Here is the thing. A week ago, he got in touch and wanted me to come for my things. I'm looking for a 2-bedroom apartment, but don't like what I've seen so far. He asked me to come for my things and I was going for them, but he called again and said he wasn't around, only to be contacted again today telling me his rent is up and would want to move in with me when I rent because he can't afford to rent now. I sincerely don't want him anymore. I think he's a user, but when I said no to him, he said that meant he was going back to his country, Nigeria, as he can't afford rent. So I said okay, but please tell me why I feel bad. I don't know. Am I stupid? After everything he's shown to me and done to me, why am I feeling this way? You were just being genuine and you seem like a really sweet, nice person. So I don't know, but sometimes you've got to choose you, right? And it's not like he's putting in the best effort or anything. You can't really feel bad for such a person. I know I made a big mistake, but how can I correct it? I am sure there is a way out of this. I wanted to invest in my girl 3 years ago, and I think I rather made her something else. I sold my family's land to cater for her tertiary education, and instead she's breaking up with me in the name of she might move out of Accra when she completes. She chose different regions for her national service without even informing me. I chose to cater for her tertiary over my little sister's tertiary because I thought she would get ahead of her and help later. I was thinking she would get a good paying job after her tertiary too, so that we will get married. I'm broke in Charlie. It's not like I don't have some money. I was able to work hard to get back a land for the family last year. I had given her everything. That's really sad. It's like you tried your best and she just took you for granted and you are hurt by that. I was in a relationship with 2 women. Wasn't even planned, but the first lady started acting up, always picking up quarrels, fault finding, and all that. So when the other one got close to me, I showed interest. Eventually, I was with both of them and overlooked their flaws and all. Many times I was determined to just end it with one and go for the other, but I would change my mind when they do something I liked. Earlier this year, I asked the first one out and then told her I would want to marry her. She declined the proposal and I was glad I didn't do it the public way, or else it would have been very embarrassing. She just said no to me and has since not communicated with me. The other lady, who is usually the calm and reserved type, is the one whose actions has really shocked me. I told her I would like her to be my wife very soon, and she said she would never marry a cheat like me. She has known I've not been faithful all along and has stuck with me because of benefits. I know I haven't acted in an honorable manner, but does that warrant such treatment from from both ladies, especially since I was doing my best by making sure they lacked nothing? Imagine being with someone for 3 years and deciding you want to marry her. You've told her and she has accepted. She came to your end and you had intimacy. Everything was fine. She never said anything, never acted any way to make you doubt her, only for her to get home and send you a long message that she can't marry you because she has been with someone else all this while and she loves you. I got pregnant for my broke ex-boyfriend who didn't treat me well in a relationship. He left the country to Canada without informing me. I am now married to a good, lovely, and understanding man who isn't doing well in his financial aspects as well. He supported me through my pregnancy. Now my baby's father is back. He's now filthy rich. I even heard he has about 3 mansions and is about to open a new company in Accra. The issue here is he wants us, my baby and I, back. I didn't break up with him when he was leaving the country, but he didn't treat me well knowing I was pregnant. I still love him and now I am confused about whether to open up to my husband. So, look here. Money is important. You should just allow him take care of his child while you stay with the man who stuck with you through thick and thin. That should tell you a lot. It tells you that should you ever be in need or should you ever be in a dire situation, this man is going to stand by you. Why would you want to leave somebody like that for somebody who leave you literally the minute you are in need of his help? Like, come on, use your head, please. I am 33 and my wife is 27. She dated my friend when she was 22. Before getting into a relationship with her, I discussed it with my friend and he gave me his blessings. He told me their thing was never serious and she was just a mere side chick. I dated her and we got married a year later. Since we got married, my friend has a habit of making disgusting comments about my wife. He did say something like, does she still enjoy anal? Just last week, he asked if she still fantasizes about threesomes. I told him I was not comfortable having such conversations about my wife, but he never stops. I feel like one day I'm going to lose my temper and get physical with him. Why is he doing this when he's the one who gave me his blessings? And even if he did not give you his blessing, he has no right to be speaking that way about her in front of you. And I feel like it's because you've been smiling with him. That's why he thinks that he can disrespect your wife in front of you like that. And you should let him know you are not tolerating such. If he's married, are you doing that to his wife? If it's not, he should go and find a wife to marry. Or if that's not his priorities, he should focus on what is a priority to him and leave you and your wife alone. If you don't, people like this, if you don't tell them you are aware of what they are doing and you still do not even care, it's clear you love your wife no matter what. So he should take the L and move on. He's doing too much. And if you don't tell him, he thinks that saying that is going to make you feel uncomfortable. And even if it does, so what? Is it his wife?